Hi, I'm Donald Stage. I'm the Advocacy Program Supervisor here at Sexual Assault Services. I supervise a staff of advocates who work with clients here. It means giving support and possibly taking action for people that just are in a situation where they can't do it for themselves. Whether it's, they're afraid to sit in a DA's office and answer questions and they just need somebody to support them, or they need help with financial services or whatever. It's just about advocating, and basically I think of it as being pretty much anything other than therapy. What can we provide? And there's things we can't provide, but there's a lot of things we can too. So just really supporting somebody through a situation. And sometimes that means abdicating with court or police or whatever. Many years ago, I got a degree in psychology. I've done social work my whole life, but back then, in the old days, they didn't have social work programs in New Mexico. So what people do now, what people in my field are doing now are getting social work degrees, which is appropriate. And I've worked for 6 years in long-term care, and then 25 years with Child Protective Services, and I retired from that agency. Wasn't really planning on coming back to work, and then almost 3 years later I was encouraged to come here, and I've not regretted the experience at all. September of 2015, so I'm coming up on my 5th anniversary. I used to walk a lot, but I have arthritis and that's become more and more difficult for me. Go to the movies, watch movies at home. I'm passionate about movies. The Academy Awards are the high holy day for me of the year. Those kinds of things. I do a lot of, and I read a lot. Fiction, nonfiction, anything I can find that interests me. So reading, movies. I like to socialize once in a while, but I'm not a big socializer. I think the quarantine hasn't hit me as hard as it has some people, because I like living alone. So, those kinds of things. But, I can't do as much as I used to physically, so that's been a little bit hard to give up. But, going for long walks in Bird Park, that kind of thing just doesn't work for me anymore. So, but definitely movies and books and those kinds of things. That's an interesting question for me, because one of the things I've told people is that the last half of my career at Child Protective Services, I didn't get much reward out of it. I don't regret anything, and I loved the work, but satisfaction didn't come very easily, reward didn't come very easily. And I feel very differently about it here. I think that's the main reason I continue to work, is that I get something back from it. I get a reward. Whether I feel like we're more actively helping people in a crisis than I was in previous existences. And maybe they want that help, maybe they don't, and we have a lot of people that do want it and some that don't. But just being there to help people with going through the basic stuff of maybe it's a protection order, or maybe it's just a shoulder to cry on, or whatever. I see more direct result of what we're trying to do to help people here than I did previously. And they're very different jobs, very different outcomes, those kinds of things, but I didn't get a lot of reward or satisfaction, and I definitely get it now. And I feel like as long as I continue to get it, I want to continue to work at it. And if that stops for me, then I wouldn't be here anymore, if that makes any sense. Like a recent example is talking to somebody about I had a case where a young girl came in and her father came with her, and he needed more support than she did in that particular situation, and I was able to really talk him through it. he was a man who felt kind of lost at the situation and didn't know quite what to do. And most parents are lost in that situation anyway, but women approach it differently than men do. And I was able to actually walk him through it. And I think the fact that he was hearing it from a man helped a lot. And that I got a lot of satisfaction out of that. It was just, purely by chance that it happened to be, he came when I was on call and that kind of thing. Those kind of little things that happen are very satisfying.